Soon as I thought the drama passed, almost lost my damn mind watching my mama pass. That shit rocked me. God took my pops, mom, and brother, but I guess you done forgot me. Are you there? It's me, Sydney, and I need you. Grieving and performing same time, cause I need to. That shit rocked me, but ain't stopped me. Shot a special dropping on Hulu. Next one produced by Ali Sadiq. Don't feel sorry for me, I made it out trill. Family still with me, they my angels in the outfield. Taylor still with me, best producer, no doubt still. Can steal your family legacy, I represent still. So many nights thought it was over. My cup is still full, but this time it runneth over with blessings. My cup is full, my cup is full. My cup is still full, but this time it runneth over with blessings. My cup is full, my cup is full. My cup is still full, but this time it runneth over with blessings.
Sydney, don't act weird.
I am trying not to. You're in my head. I'm like, I want to get to it, right?
Get to it.
All right, cool. Z, my dog, man. Like, I can talk to Z about like anything. Let's just get to it. Z is the type of friend where like, I feel like Z get me, but like Z is like I'll give you an example. Like this is Z, right? Serious, but like funny. Listen, I'm new panic attack, don't know what it is, like shivering. Like I remember being on FaceTime with Z, I'm in Texas, and like, I'm literally in like Z, like
I was in Vancouver.
Right, I be having panic attacks.
Yeah.
And Z is like, okay. And I was like, they scary.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, they scary. And I remember the first time I had one in front of somebody, like, it's Z, like, it was FaceTime, I believe. I said, Z, I'm gonna call you back.
Yeah, who gets off the phone when they're having a medical emergency? Who disconnects when they're having a medical emergency?
I was like, if I'm gonna die, you're not gonna look at it, right? Like, I was like, I just, tell my people all up, boom. But Z was like, no, Sydney, this is fun. No, wait. She starts Googling anxiety. It says affirmations. You said, so Sydney, you have to start speaking things out loud to be like,
Yeah.
affirm yourself.
Yeah.
I'm full blown like, all right, I believe in myself.
I think it's like part of that whole like manly persona. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that you not wanting to be super vulnerable in front of your friends, especially if they're your female friends,
Yeah.
And I think for me, I've never really experienced a panic attack, but I also knew that, like, I don't remember anybody being around you. I just knew that it was probably better for me to witness anything versus just like be like, okay, bye.
Listen, and that was the most probably the vulnerable for me, just as a person, not even being a man, just as a person. That's the most vulnerable spot because I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm finna faint, but I know I'm here and I know I'm on FaceTime. My friends like, don't hang up.
Yeah.
I got you.
I braced myself to like, I didn't know if you was gonna be like, I didn't know. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know if you needed to pull out a bag. You know how when people hyperventilate. I didn't really know what was gonna happen.
That don't work. Let me tell you something about anxiety. All the little remedies at the time, the people give me all these little remedies. At the time, it was like what's it called? Some ointment that you lavender.
Lavender.
If you
okay.
smell, or if you get like a what do you call it? Where like it comes out where you can smell the lavender. You put like an oil in it, and it comes out.
like an infused a diffuser.
Zainab,
maybe.
I was at Walmart them days buying all that shit. I had the diffuser by the bed, lavender on my body, panicking. But everybody promised.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I say now that none of this shit work.
Yeah.
It's therapy, right?
Yeah.
And then ice. Ice is the best for me.
Okay.
Ice in hand is so cold.
I feel like I remember telling you, breathe, Sydney. I feel like I remember saying that because I think the human experience, not to get deep or anything like that, but I think the first thing that happens when we panic in any way, whether we're hurt, whether it's a mental thing, whether we're about to give birth or something, when we get tired, the first thing that we do is we stop breathing.
Yeah.
And like, that's the first part of the human, you have to breathe,
Yeah. In that time, it's like, too, I'll say this, and you didn't know this at the time, but like, you were very calm.
Yeah.
Right? And that was their first time dealing with me. I've had people that have dealt, you can't match my panic. Because then I remember, I love her, so I can say this. I love Ebony. That's my homie.
Yeah.
I was in New
We
York,
love Ebony.
Love Ebony. I was in New York with Ebony, dog, and then we were going to Brooklyn Museum. And they just come at the time, And this is prior to my mom passing.
Yeah.
Right? So in the car, I was like, I'm having a panic attack. What do you Ebony is 10. You need to breathe. Then breathe. Like she's like mother. I said, Ebony, Ed, you gotta calm down. I'm calm, but you gotta breathe. You're gonna pass out. I had to tell my friend, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up for a second.
Yeah.
I had to call Chris. I FaceTime Chris while she's panicking. I said, I'm having a panic attack. Ib's freaking out. I need you to talk to me normal. Chris, all right, where y'all headed? To the museum. What y'all finna go see? But it's like that type of it will settle my brain down.
Yeah.
Ebony, pull over the car. Like he's dying.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Ebony was having a panic attack.
Yeah, Ebony, I gotta calm you down.
Yes.
I'm finna faint now. We at the doctor for you.
Yes.
I do want to get to how much I love you just as a friend. You don't.
Okay.
The other day,
thank you.
I said this on my
I
last
love you
podcast.
too. Bye.
I said that sometimes I be performing, and then like I have like a mental hangover where like See, we'll talk about the material. I love that shit. Like I love performing, all that jazz. But afterwards, it's like a mental hangover, right? And I was sad. Z knew I was sad. Z was like, oh, you want to?
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What is this? Can we just establish the proper impression of me?
You know, all my impressions are the same.
Oh my God! Go ahead.
She's
Go
like,
ahead.
Sydney, when you land? I was like, 5:30. Okay, I have a show. I'm gonna pick you up. Z, this is Z. Z is very like, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna get something to eat. It's gonna be my treat. We're gonna have a good time. I was like, all right, cool. Where do you want to go? Like, we go to ramen. Had the best fucking time. I would say I needed it, but Z like tricked me. I thought, she knew I was sad. So this nigga's like a proud mom. I was like, I need this moment. Z was like, right? Didn't you? Right?
Yeah, because it's like, I'm like, what? How can you help as a friend? Like in the moment, I'm not there. I could continue to talk to you on the phone, but it's like also sometimes you just need fellowship. You just need somebody to like. You just need somebody to feed you, hug you. You need a good laugh, and that's just temporary. But sometimes it sustains you for the next sad moment. Like grief is long.
Yeah.
So
I want you to, if you don't mind, because I didn't want to. You told me something at that dinner that I've been thinking about. I want to look up that play.
The one woman show. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Fine. Now I want to say something to you. Actually.
What?
So when I watch your stand, I don't know if Sydney has shared this, but Sydney and I fell out for a little while.
I was gonna get there. It's on the board.
Oh, you was gonna get there?
Look. It say didn't speak.
Okay. So we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. And I remember seeing one of Sydney's sets, like maybe a video or something like that. And he says, my therapist said, you got to tell him your cup is full. And I said, his therapist did not say that.
Who said it, Z?
I said that. I said, no, Sydney, you got it. And you laughed so hard when I told you, because I was trying to relate to him as like his, sometimes people, you got to speak to them spiritually. And because he's Christian, I was trying to say, your cup is like, I was trying to relate. And so, but I recognized, I was like, is he misremembering or can he just not give me the credit because he don't fuck with me right now?
I want to say this. I want to give you a credit right now. My cup is full is from Zainab. She told me that. Now, I will say this. We fell out. We didn't speak for
a long time, man.
Like,
longer than I.
It was like, 2 years? Probably, listen, this is how long it was. I kid you not. Toya robbed me in 22. This is how close me and Z were, right?
I thought Toya was going to be the first black lady president of the United States of America. Can we just talk about it?
Toya was one of the people. This is my cousin that robbed me. When Toya came out to L.A., this is how much respect I have for you, which gets me in trouble with relationships, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I have so much respect for Zia, how she carries herself just as a person and as like a black woman. Like my cousin at the time is like just very, very, very smart. And listen, you ready? So smart, it scares me. We're like, I don't know how to cultivate that intelligence like it needs to be. I know how to be funny and be gifted. Like I wasn't the best in school, but like you're very educated as well. And she looked at you in a way of like Z, can you meet Toya? Like it was important for me. Z, can you meet Toya?
Yeah, we had a whole day.
And you took her out, and it was like,
yeah, we ate, we went shopping, we had a whole day. I literally thought Toya was going to be the president of the. I will say this though. I will say this. during our falling out, Toya actually messaged me. And she was like, it was either my birthday or your birthday. I can't remember. And she sent me a DM and was like, hey, I know that you and my cousin. No. She said something along the lines of like, I know you're going to be in New York. Maybe you were working in New York. She was like, I see that you're going to be in New York. I would really like to set up a dinner for you and my cousin. For something. But I said a dinner for what?
You know what my energy is? This is after she robbed me, but this is pre her robbing me. And so I'm listening like, what the hell for say? Like, oh, this is when she hadn't robbed me and she was just being sweet. She knew we were trying to set up
she was trying to help a reconciliation. She was. And so then by way of like your special, when I, watched it, we weren't speaking when his special came out, but I still watched it because I believe in Sydney and I believe that you are very funny.
I appreciate you.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh no. Yeah. So I'm sorry.
When it happened, like I wanted to call you so bad. That was one of the most like being not cool with Z was difficult because it's like, hey, you one of the people who were like, I fuck with you, I'm just mad. And it's like I love you. Right? So it even be like I seen you in New York.
Yeah.
I seen you at the cellar. It's like almost like not X energy, but it's just like I see Z. And listen, Chris, y'all know Chris, loyalty dead. Loyalty out the fucking water. You know what I mean? I'm bred to be like, that's my man, whatever, that's my man. Chris, he just, it's his Christianity just on top tier, right? He sees Z and he know me and Z not talking. And I've told him, I said, I miss Z. And he has said, text Z. I'm not fucking texting Z. Sydney, why not? I said, what am I say? Say I miss you. I said, no. So then I told him no, still did it. Right?
Yeah.
No response. Then I see you and I'm like,
I'm pretty stubborn.
Chris is like, Z, damn near, how you been?
Yeah.
I'm in the corner. Trench coat was fresh, right? It was brand new. Two-tone was like just purchased. And look, my kid like energy want to be like, Z, can we talk now? But I'm still he was like, yeah, Sydney, Z. Like,
Sydney would be so awkward. Every single show, I would speak to him.
Oh!
He would not, if I didn't speak to him, he would not speak to me. I would say, oh, hey, Sydney, how you doing? He would be like, good. Oh, good. And then just be like.
I remember you talking about at Chocolate Sundays. I remember you sitting down there and I sat down with somebody. You was like, hey, Sydney. And I was like, hey, Z.
Yeah. But you didn't smile or nothing. You was like, hey, Z.
In my head, I'm like, So then, like, and when I was dating a young lady, I told her, I said, and look, I'm a realist, dog. I realize I have a lot of women friends, right? That and to me, when to date me, I try my best to make everyone comfortable.
Yeah.
And me and you weren't speaking, right? And this is funny how this played out, right? And so when my mom died, you sent me a voice note. Yeah. And I remember being around her. Yeah. I remember being like, hey, I'm about to go, and there's people around and thinking at my house. I said, I'm about to go in the bathroom and listen to this voice note. This is from Zainab. This is a friend of mine I told you about that I wish I still had a friendship with. And and you can listen to the voice note if you, this is how comfortable I'm trying to make people. Yeah. Right? And your voice note was like, very nice, very sweet. And then I remember being like, nervous to send one back. Not nervous, like, it's like I sent one and deleted it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
May have fumbled my words.
Yeah.
And it's like, boom, we agreed to meet up. Now, I will say this. I ain't going to look at you. When we talked and we went to Boston Open, we met up, right? That, for me, was like a breath of, like, I was so happy. Yeah. Like, I could cry. I was so happy, like, damn, I got my friend back. Because sometimes, like, all the shit I was going through, like, I missed, like, just talking to you. Mm-hmm. Like, what I mean? Just kind of, like, going through my day. You know how we talk and we just laugh at the end of the night? Just, like, and certain things are, like, whatever it was on my end, sorry. It's just I definitely didn't want to not speak to you for that long. But when we did speak, like I just, of all the shit, whatever you could go through, both of us, whatever you go through, that was just a highlight of like one of my years. Like, damn, me and C are cool again.
I think people watching might be like yelling at the screen, like, well, why did y'all fall out?
Oh, listen, it was so many people, Z, that like, I would say this, I don't know for you, for me, certain people were like, what's up with you and Z? And I was like, from the Bay, the young lady from the Bay, D, D.
Yeah.
Because she used to
D.
watch
Haney.
our podcast together. And she's like, what's up with you? And then other people were like, what's up with you and Z? I was like, oh, I hope Z's well. And I hope Z's well. Then it got to be like a year and a half. They'd be on my live. And your fans, right? I hope my fans are as sweet and like want answers. I could be talking about something else. I got a show in you and Z, like the podcast. What is it? I said one time, I said, me and Z haven't spoken in a while, but wish the best for Z. And it was like DMs like, figure that out. Like, figure that out. And I was like,
ain't nobody coming to me.
I know, and that's the issue. Y'all act like y'all love me now, but pre my mama dying, y'all wouldn't really.
I think that to not to into the minutia of it, but
I love that. What's my favorite word? I feel like it's a big word. It's minutia and palatable.
That's so funny. But I think that I can be a bit rigid. And I think that, and I'm working on that. And anybody that knows me knows that like I need reciprocity. I need to feel like I need to feel like anybody, whether that's my mama, my platonic relationships, my romantic relationships, I need to feel like they're going to show up for me in the same way that I show up for them. And, we've had so many conversations and like getting to know one another, just as relationships are, like you go through something and you're like I remember like maybe one or two times Sydney stood me up and I was like, what's up with you? Like to me, this don't symbolize friendship, and I remember Sydney was like, yo, Z, if and this is years ago, but it's like, yo, Z, if we agree to go to lunch or something like that, and I don't got, I'm a man, I gotta pay. If times is a little bit tight, I'm like, first of all, I appreciate that, but also if I want to have lunch with my friend, I don't care who's paying for it. I don't care if we got to go get a bag of chips and just, not split it because I don't eat the same chips Sydney. But you get what I'm saying? Like also, it's so kind of unfair. Like, it's like you make an investment into me, right? If every time we go out to eat, you decide because you are the man in the relationship, in the friendship, that it's your responsibility to take care of me. In moments where you need to be taken care of, you have to allow me to do that, right? And so I think that I think that just comes with like maturity and people showing you that that's okay, that they, you know what I'm saying? That it's like, okay.
I'm laughing, but I'm remembering, I used to live in Burbank, remember?
Yeah.
And you was at my house. You were doing something with the internet and it wasn't going on. You were like, the internet isn't. I was like, I didn't want to say the internet was off. I was like, it's not working?
How is that what happened?
And you said, yeah. And I was like, I'm going to talk to him about that. And I think you called it. You said, is it off? And I said, like it could be. You was like Terrence Howard. You need some money.
I mean, like you. It's like I think in friendships there's no like gender roles. Yeah. So, but then further, I think that you're a guy.
Thank you.
I think that, as you said, sometimes men are not as particular as women are. And so I think that around that time, I may have been going through some things on my own, but I think that I really needed to know that you would show up for me in the same way. And even if that meant when you couldn't show up for me, that you would clearly be able to vocalize that and communicate with me, And I felt like that did not happen one too many times. And that last time it was just, I don't think I ever told you this too. I thought you knew I would be mad at you and you pre-gamed the conversation, like maybe call James, like, what, okay, I don't know. You probably didn't, but.
Yeah. At that time, I remember being so, I can't think what actually happened, but something with Toya. And the night before, I know I was with a young lady, like hanging out.
Yeah.
And the morning of, something happened with Toya where it just, something.
Yeah.
And then when I was talking to you, and then in the moment of you being upset, it was like my ego got into play, but I realized like, damn.
Yeah, I gave him no grace. He called me talking about telling me the whole Toya situation.
Look, I remember being outside being like, you know what it is? This is what happened. This is what I know is my ego in play. I take pride in not like getting off my square.
Yeah.
Right. Niggas, whatever. I don't try to raise my voice, whatever. But I remember walking downtown and I said something like, yeah, da 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 da. And Z was like full blown, But so let me tell you something. I was like, I was flustered. It was like a left hook, pow.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, Z. And they're like, now I'm this nigga. Now I'm walking around downtown on the phone. And niggas driving
yelling. I don't think you ever yelled at me.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, man. And I was like, damn. And then when we didn't speak, I was like, in a relationship, when you're dealing with somebody, like if let's say you stay with them or you're around them, you could be mad and then eventually you're gonna see them, bump into them, and we're gonna speak again.
Yeah.
I'll say this, I'm hard-headed, right? Where I was like, man, she shouldn't have got this mad. And then after a while, it's like, that's probably my dad in me, like, I want this to be over now.
Yeah.
But we're still doing this.
He said after this argument, and I said I did not speak with the compassionate tone that I can sometimes have, right? I think I had said something like, you said, I'm talking to you about Toya. This is when he really, really loved
listen, like
he said, I'm talking to you about Toya, and you ain't giving me no response. I said, yeah, I'm not giving you no response. Because I don't care, or something like that. I don't care what happened. I think I said it like, I care about Toya, but I don't care about what you're telling me right now. I care. I said, and then I was like, and whatever you said, yeah, I was. So I said, so why didn't you tell me last night? You was like, oh, I was with a girl. I said, I don't care that you was with a girl. It was, and I said, Sydney, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to lie to me, but don't lie to yourself. I said,
damn, right now that made me mad. Like, I was like, oh, dog, you looked at the phone.
And I said it with one of them tones. You know how like New York, you know how they say with New York girls be like, man, suck my dick. You know, I don't say stuff like that, but anymore.
You can lie, but don't lie to yourself. And it was like,
and then you started flipping.
Right now?
And then I was by myself. And then at the end of it, like we were not coming to a resolution. And Sydney said, man, I'll talk to you later.
I said, I love you, Z.
Did you?
I'm hanging up the phone right now. So I said, Z, I love you. I'm hanging up the phone right now. And you said, okay. And I was like, huh. And it was like, you know what it was? I was like, damn. Like, damn. Because now it's like, now reality is, now I'm going to call Chris, right? Pick up. Me and Z got into it. Chris is like, Z? You got into it with Z? How you get into it with Z?
Mm-hmm.
Da, 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 da. And Chris like, it'll die down. I'm like, yeah, all right, it'll die down. It's like a couple months later, you talk to Z? No, You gonna reach out? She ain't reach out to me. You know what I mean? Shit, she see my shit like I see her shit. It's like, okay. Then over time, Chris is so funny. Chris literally was like, text her. Say what? Tell her you miss talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-hmm. What if she don't respond? It's not for her response.
Which I didn't.
Listen, you ready? It's not for her response. It's for you.
It's for you.
All right. And I remember being so reluctant, because I still know you. And I'm like, she's gonna look at this and be like, which is going to make me so mad, dog. Almost like a immature thought of me is you're gonna look at it and be like, I knew you would hit me first, or exactly.
I didn't think
nigga.
that. I didn't think
it's still
that.
my insecurity of like, then you send it out and it's like, I'd rather like a
double tap,
don't text me no more. Something. I'm in the abyss. And I'm one of the niggas that you read about online. Like, you want to kill him, just leave him on.
I didn't think. I mean, I definitely looked at that text with ego, but not like I knew he was going to text me. I did not know. But when you said I miss you, of course you do. I'm a good friend.
Hey, Cardi B. Yeah, like of course.
Yeah. Yeah, when people be like, because you're so, I'll be like, yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me how great I am. I know. So.
Then I would see you, but I still root for you. You know what I mean? Then
Same.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. Then when we caught up, well, I don't get into all that. I would say that I caught up with Z on my life and my dating life.
Yes, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
Now listen, this is pre, like, when we met up at the time, I was dating somebody.
Yes,
I caught you up from pre
before.
Her.
Yeah.
And some of the people I had dealt with, and Z had her, Sydney, what are you doing moments.
Somebody posted a video online complaining about this man.
If I do the impression,
don't do the impression, right? And me and this woman is cool, mm-hmm. and so she says, women ain't ish, And I'm like, and then she says, she ends it with, because she got a little bit of comedic flair to her, right? And so she says, I mean, I'll be a lesbian if I ain't dislike titties. I don't want to have to suck no titties. And because some of my friends are lesbians, I DM'd her. I was like, girl, jokingly, I have no idea what guy she's talking about. I have no idea who she's talking about. And I said, girl, I hear the girls is bad too, because it's like, Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm like, girl, the girls is bad too. And then she was like, it's funny that you hit me because that video was about Sydney's bum ass. And I said, well, full disclosure. I said, Sydney and I have not spoken for some time now. But this is what I said. I said, but, I still wish him well. I'm rooting for him. She said, I don't give a fuck.
I remember telling Taylor, I was like, I wish I could call Zainab. I said, because Zainab always gives me a good perspective in dating, right? And when I had that energy quickly with that person, I wanted to call you so you could be like, what are you doing? As far as not the person is a bad person.
No.
Just like, just in my habits. And so
what are you doing? Because I tried to forewarn Sydney of his energy with that person since the moment he met her. I know sometimes what appeals to him in women. And this is nothing against her.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just about, like, I know exactly who she is and how she shows up, and I know exactly how you are and how you show up. And that's why I knew this is not gonna be good.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be good. Y'all are gonna think that it's not gonna be good. And you don't want to listen. We was in Montreal one year.
Oh, I forgot. Keep going.
We was in Montreal one year for the Just for Laughs festival. And we are all the comics. We in the bottom of the hotel, Now, this is already a problem. You don't want to give people easy access. We already having a party in the I don't know, at a restaurant at the hotel.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like, things might not happen if everybody got to get in their separate Ubers. But when everybody could just go up in the elevator, And so I'm about to leave because I go to bed at a decent hour. And so I look over, I go to see, I'm like, let me check on my friend. I go to Sydney.
I'm off in the cut.
In the cut.
Like talking
to the girl. And I said, Sydney, I think it's time for you to say goodnight. And he was like, Z. I said, Sydney, walk me to my room, please. And then you said, nah, Z, we was just going to smoke. You might have to cut this next part, Sydney.
Go.
He said, nah, we was just going to smoke. But she told me, I only
smoke when I'm fucking.
Yeah, there you go. I said, well, I hope that you go to your room. Because she said to you clearly, I know you thinking, it's just going to be cool. No, she told you clearly. Men don't pay attention to what women say.
We don't. Keep
you
going.
hear what you want to hear. You
what
do
I missed
not...
right there. I know now. In the moment, I was like, she just wants to smoke and maybe kiss.
It's just like I told you. I just told you recently.
Yes.
Post your relation, you were completely out of a relationship, and I said, Sydney, I think you need to be alone for a little while.
Now listen, I'm listening to you. Here's the thing. You ready? Z was like, Sydney. She said, I think you don't need to flirt with nobody. I think you just need to. This one, Z will get you right because she'll get to your manhood. Z said, I think you don't need to talk to anybody. Mm-hmm. I think a disciplined man is what you should be trying to be right now. Because the woman that you're going to meet would want a disciplined man. So just practice some discipline. And I think that is right now not flirting, not because you'll get to flirting, none of that. And I was like, okay. Now all I heard was, Sydney, just don't have sex. Right? So I hear Z like, Z been doing good. Like, I ain't done nothing. Right? And then like I had some communication with somebody. And Z would be like, what are you doing? And I was like, nah. Z would be like, now I told you. And I'm like, You're right.
Because one thing leads to another.
No, you listen. You're not wrong. It's me being like hard-headed and being like, and you putting a mirror to my face of like, you said something. You said, and Chris has said this. I don't want to take words out your mouth, so you can correct me. But you'll know what I'm saying, and you could finish it. You were like, not, but always having to feel like you need to be with somebody, like and you get attention from somebody. Just focus on yourself right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually discovered sometimes separation is good because it's like I had a moment to like step back away from Sydney, and so now I kind of can see. We've both kind of like grown up a few years, and I was able to see like, wow, okay, these tendencies still exist. And I was like, you might be codependent. I'm not a therapist, but it's like you might be codependent, and it doesn't seem like it because people don't think that they're sometimes men don't think that they're codependent with women, but it's like the worst thing you want to do is find yourself in I didn't get to meet your most recent girlfriend, but I hear that she was pretty lovely. I'm sorry that it didn't work out.
Z, shut up. Z, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. If we just being real, like, and Z, and I heard she was very lovely, and I'm sorry.
I did. Z, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about the girl.
Shit. She dropped off your shit.
And what did I say? I say that's closure. That's closure. Like he was like, why she going to bring all my shit back? Because it's over.
That's petty. I would say this. Whenever you break up with anyone, I believe that you still should try to be grown in the process.
Sydney, that's grown. To give you your stuff back.
No, listen. To the things that are mine that like I need, right? If I have my coat there, yes. If I have my shoes there, yes. I don't want
nothing that has to do with you.
To give me things that I gave you, to me, just so you know, I don't read that as like, I don't know how everybody else speaks. I don't read that as like, oh. I read it as like, okay. Like if I gave you something in your size and you're giving it back to me, if I gave it to you, let's say 8 months, and you're giving it back to me, let's say you don't want it. Mm-hmm. Let's say it reminds you of me. Throw it away. You giving it back to me, you know what I'm going to have to do with it? I'm going to throw it away.
So
just throw it away.
But at first you're going to be annoyed. First you're going to be annoyed, and then you're going to throw it away. And my mission has been accomplished.
See, I need you to grow past that. I said, Z, she folded all the clothes. Yes, she folded everything.
Of course. Then I told him when I gave a guy his stuff back, not only did I fold it, I sprayed my perfume on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Who's opening this bag? You or her?
But how old
Somebody's going to smell me.
How old are you? How old were you when you did that?
I don't know.
Do you think you would do it at this age?
Spray the perfume?
Yes.
I mean, I'm hoping the next person I'm with, that, I hope that we don't break up. Like, I hope that the next guy that I fall for, I hope that it could be, get out my face.
I'm listening.
I just hope that it's like, nobody wants to keep having breakups. You get what I'm saying? So What I'm saying is I'm trying to be super intentional even before getting into something, so that the thing that I get into maybe can be something that lasts forever versus, but yes, I absolutely will do it. I probably won't. If it takes me it's like people are responsible for their own closure.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? Just like Chris told you sending Z that text is not for her, it's for you.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend dropping that stuff off, that wasn't for you. That was for her. That's what she needed to do.
I got you.
Do you get what I'm saying? And like, you gotta let people do, as long as it don't harm you, you gotta let people do what they need to do for them. Especially now, like you don't need anything on top of your grief. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to have clear space for that. And God forbid you don't want to end up. That's why I know you think I'm being funny, but it's like any little bit that I heard about your ex-girlfriend wasn't like she was a monster. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm just saying you don't want to end up with the wrong person or have a baby, all simply because not simply, but all because they found you at in a place that you're not really processing clearly. On top of the fact that Sydney, he likes flirting that's sport for Sydney. You You know what I'm saying?
I'm really
Sydney kind of be liking, I just want to. I don't even really want her, but I just want to see if I could get her.
I don't think. You know what it is? Flirting is fun for me, like a sport to say, but like in a respectful way, not like a catcall way, but yeah, I do enjoy that. Like, let's say I see somebody at a store. I don't want your number per se, but you look very beautiful, and keep pushing, or something. Laugh and keep going. And I'm not trying to what do you call it? Make you think it's something that's not, or whatever.
You're not trying to lead her on.
Boom, or like that. But to me, it's fun conversation. If I haven't asked you for anything, your aesthetic is cool, whatever. Like if I didn't know you, I see what you're doing with the green on green. Very beautiful.
What Sydney don't understand about himself is he's easily baggable. This is what he fails to accept about himself. So while he be going out into the world like, oh, I like the green on green. I like the green. So see, now that's nothing if the girl is just like, oh, thank you, and she keeps it going. But the moment she responds and one-ups him, now Sydney is like,
Z, I love her. Z, I love her.
So he's always going to find himself in a situation dependent on how willing the woman is, depending on how interested the woman is. And it's like, nah, you not right now. You need to, you know what I'm saying?
I'll say that you ready? My brother died in 2017. I met my ex-wife, Victoria, in 2014.
I met Victoria too. I liked Victoria.
2013, 14.
He doesn't like me to say that.
No. I don't mind you liking Victoria. I think Victoria's great. I just don't think we need to be.
Yeah. Remember, I used to hang out with y'all. They used to go on long walks with me, you guys. Remember?
Yeah.
I used to be like, yo, let's.
I remember.
Listen, Sydney said, you want me to walk 4 miles with you to get ice cream? Yeah, Sydney.
No, I mean, yeah, we want, yeah. You was like, let's go to this vegan spot. Where is it? We're living in Glendale and damn near walk back to Burbank.
We did walk back to Burbank. I think the Edge.
And the fact that you don't think that there's a problem, we went to another city walking.
No, and it was hot that day.
Yeah.
But wasn't the ice cream good?
It was vegan ice cream. And you're like, you're not going to even tell us it doesn't have any flavor or sugar, whatever you said. Anyway, with Victoria, my brother died as I was dating her. And regardless, I don't have any odds with her, so I'm not trying to talk bad about her. Regardless, I think in the beginning, before we got married, both of us, I think, realized maybe we should pause. And I think we kept going. And I think her being there for me as my brother was passing is something that was necessary. I think I adored. And I think that we both made a decision probably that we shouldn't have. But I think that glaring factor of my brother dying, I think hindered maybe more conversations, right? And I think immediately when my mom died, Chris, EJ, my cousins, the ones that don't steal, was like, don't get this young lady pregnant. And I was like, well, why y'all telling me that? It's like, hey, I understand that you're going through a lot, and so emotionally and physically you'll be with someone and you'll be like, this is okay, just chill.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, cool. And then I knew we were gonna stop dating, you know what I mean? And we ended up stop dating or whatever. And it's the biggest thing where I was like, maybe you say that before, and it's like, maybe I'd be a little hard-headed, you know what I mean? This is the clearest sign of like when I stopped talking to the last person that like you saying this, Chris saying this, that God literally is like, look, right now, like just trust me and just come to me solely. And I think even he's trying to talk to me through the weed as well. Like, okay. And I know that that's the most, it's like I almost want to praise like, Lord, I know you wanted me, and this is no disrespect to the young lady, but I think he was, whenever there's friction, sometimes I think he causes it because like I don't need this right now for you.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what was happening, right? Okay. I think it needed to happen. And it's almost like, okay, I didn't want to be disobedient again because I was disobedient with the young lady who broke up my place. Like as much as I think it was terrible what she did, it really is a reflection of disobedience, right? Because if I was obedient, I never put myself in that situation. So trying to listen to that in my head, like, okay, Lord, if you're saying I'm not supposed to do this with this young lady, regardless, I'm not supposed to do this, I want to listen. So then I did. Okay, we're not together. Lord, I did it. Like I got, so I'm like, oh, where the blessing at? Now it's like, I know the weed thing is going to be harder. And I've talked about this on my podcast on a solo episode. It's like in grieving, I've upped the weed, and I know I have, and I don't need to, because it's like almost like the same thing you're saying with a woman. And the weed is like,
it's supplementing
and James
something
said something
for you.
really is poignant the right word? Like the right?
Sure.
He said, you're searching for something, a heavier dose of weed to take you away from the grief, but there's no dose that's going to take you away from losing your mom. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn. And I realized that's the last thing I'm fighting personally. It's like, I don't know if God is saying quit it totally, or I know you're smoking way too much. But it could be, if I'm thinking this, that he's saying I want you to stop. I think that's the last battle I have mentally, where I feel like once I've accomplished that, I know I'm in like the superiorness of like in tune with him right now where I'm supposed to be. I feel like when you say the women thing, I hear it, and I think it's also the weed thing too.
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't say, if you go back to you quoting me originally, I said a disciplined man. And so in all of those, in every form, you know what I'm saying? It's about you being able to abstain at any point because that is something that you are capable of doing, And I think that when you clear out a lot of things, and ain't nobody saying you got to clear out. I ain't tell you to be off women forever.
No, I totally understand that.
It's like you got to clear it out for a certain, for some time, because there's something that's more pressing that is clearly occupying a lot of your person. Rightfully so. It's your mom.
Yeah.
And so why crowd that with any other thing, Also, too, and this is like, that was really sad news to get, especially to not get directly through you, because we weren't speaking. I got that from like another comedian was like, did you know? And I felt so bad about it. And the comedian was like, you should. I was like, thanks. I've been thinking about him, and she was like, you should hit him up.
Mama died?
No.
Oh!
No. Not like that. Like I would see you, and I would be like, I would see you and be happy whenever I saw you doing well. You know what I'm saying? We be on some show sometimes, but no.
Oh, look, can I say this? And you would lie. We was at one show where you forgot you was mad at me. I remember walking in this show. I can't think. It was like a.
It was the upstairs.
No, it wasn't. It was somewhere else because my manager puts on them. He used to put on these shows. And I remember walking in, and you were sitting down, and you said, Sydney. I said, Z. And you ready? Your Sydney made me feel like, oh, we not even beefing again.
Yeah.
And I said, Z. And then you said, hi. And I was like, she must have forgotten. It wasn't like, it was prior to the other times we talk about where you would speak to me.
Yeah.
That's when you said Sydney. I said, Z. You said, and I was like, oh, then why? And you was on before me.
This.
He was on before me. I can't think. It was like the.
Oh, it was in
beer or something.
It was in Santa Monica.
Yeah,
it was at Jam in the Van.
Jam in the Van. Yeah, and Jack puts that on. My bad. I should know that. But
it was a Jam in the Van.
I told Chris that. Look, Chris is my dog. I remember telling her she spoke and forgot, bro. What you mean? She said Sydney like Sydney. The old like Sydney. I said Z, and she said, all right, no, don't try to.
But what
I had a mind blank in the movie, nigga.
what I know throughout mine and Sydney's friendship, right, as it relates to women specifically, Sydney does too much too soon.
Go ahead, I'm listening. I've heard this before. And see,
I'm surprised that Sydney ain't been married 7 times, truly, because that's who he is.
I'm supposed to be a husband.
Yeah.
Now I will say this: I have noticed this.
You should put that on a t-shirt. I'm supposed to be a husband.
Like I know that about me. That's my issue. Because my issue is when you ready this, and I'll get back to this. What I know about me is that, and this is a fault. If I believe in you, right, I don't think we should be frivolously doing something, right? So then we should be building towards something, right? And so then it's like, if I'm with you, because I'm either single or I'm with you, I'm doing too much because I'm treating you like you're my wife and you're not.
Sydney is going to make the first date. Sydney is going to make the first. I remember distinctly Sydney calling me like, yeah, man, this girl, she mad because, she said we were supposed to be together, something like that. And I was like, well, why would she think that, Sydney? And he was like, I don't know. We went out on a date. I asked her what her dreams and her hopes was, what she hoped to be doing in the future.
We was walking around in Burbank. You said this.
Yeah. And then, I bought a whole bunch of supplies so we could make vision boards together.
You said, now, Sydney, well, that's the problem. I said, what? We was walking around, Burp. I said, what's the problem? He said, Sydney. I said, Z, sometimes I feel like I just want to be the fun dude. I'm never the fun dude because I see my boys be like in and out, like fun. Everybody's agreeing to it. I said, when I be like, okay, that's what it's gonna be, I'll be like, it's this like relation, let's bond. She said, you was like, Sydney, you like to do stuff like you don't do fun stuff. You don't go to the club, that I had some fun, and maybe you walking around talking about dreams.
Yeah.
You doing vision boards.
Yeah.
They see a future with you.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh. And my thing is like, well, what else were we supposed to talk about while we together? Like I
I'm not saying that you have to be like shallow in your communication with women.
I do, because I'm extreme. If I like you, my thing is, Hell Date was the best, worst job ever because
you had to plan those dates.
And you had to be creative. And then you saw with the producer being like, can't do that. That's been done. So it wasn't that I was trying to like, what's the word I'm looking for, Z, when they say a man does this? It's not manipulate. It's love bomb.
Okay.
I don't be trying to love bomb people, but I can understand at this age now how it seemed that way.
Yeah.
Because like Hell Day, I'm trying to make this experience dope.
Yeah.
Like not so much that you
That's
look at
television.
Me like, because I'm not trying to be like, look at me.
Yeah.
I want you to go back and be like, that was a cool time. Like we did something, that was cool. And it was, Z, I remember, dog, before I met you when I lived in Texas, I like this girl. You ready?
Yeah.
I like this girl. I waited tables. I like this girl. She came. I said, cool. We went to her place, right? Cool. Went to her place. Then we kissed and nothing. Cool. I go back to work. I just missed her like a few days later, right? I'm like 20. I went and got some Hershey's Kisses. And I put them on the doorstep, like the steps, like a kiss. And there was a pack of Hershey's Kisses at her front door.
Yeah.
When I tell you another nigga opened the door and like, she was like, hey, you can't do that. She was older than me, and she could be like, "Oh, okay, you can't do that." Like we had fun that day. It was fun.
Yeah.
Don't come back to the house.
I mean, I think you went out
crushed, Z, because we had one of them days of like, I think we may have hooked up, but it wasn't like a whorish thing of like, it was like we were doing cool shit, like having fun, and we happened to like maybe, and it was like, oh, and at 20 or 19, and one of them be like, damn, this the one. You know what I mean? Like we walked, we don't have beaches in Texas. Like we did something with a duck or something. It was cool. Like with some water. And I was like, man. And then she was like, don't do that again.
Yeah, I think that you know, I think that it's not even like you can have experiences, right? But I think that there are certain things that you just have to be mindful. You have to be mindful in what you're messaging. Do you know? Like I don't think that there's anything wrong with asking any woman that you're interested in, like oh, okay, so where do you see yourself, but if you show any interest in being a part of that future, even that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, and she's interested in you at all, you have to be very mindful. I can oftentimes give a guy a really good date. Yeah.
Talk your shit.
No, seriously.
I believe you.
And then at the end of the day, I have to remind him.
This is what Z gonna do. Z is good for Z is very thorough. It's like business. Z can have a good time with you. This is my impression of Z, right? It's my impression of Z if you haven't been clear as to what you're doing with Z. Some women will let you live in this gray area and be like, I don't know what he's doing. Z is not that.
No.
You could be out with Z and like, let's go get some lunch. Okay. Let's say she meets for lunch. At lunch, you sit down, you got on cologne, you like, I got my fade done, whatever. Z is gonna be like, hi, so we're here at lunch now. What did you want to do at the lunch? What is this?
Yeah, what am I here for?
There it is. What am I here for? And that's what dude who likes Z would be like, we're gonna get something to eat. I'm like, okay, well, because you didn't say date, so I don't know if I meet with, I have a friend named Sydney. I might meet him for some salad. So what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then
I think intention should be made clear. And some guys show up. I've been out with guys, and I'm like, why am I here? And they're like, oh, this is a date. I like you. I'm interested.
And listen, I love it. When I be talking to you about your experiences, they always very, you make, as your friend, make me realize don't waste a woman's time, or like, I'm always trying to be intentional. That's my part, too much so. But like, you just demanded a person to come with it. And I think when I'm bragging on you, I think it's in a platonic way of like, damn, I like it. I'll be like, yo, Z, Like if a woman be like, you ready? Somebody could be like, it's okay, because when I'm single, I might got me a dude that I just go to. I'm like, okay, what? Like, I'm like, oh, my friend Z doesn't do that.
And let me just tell you something. I tell Sydney, don't do that all the time. I say, don't use me when you're talking about, don't use me as a moral example, as a cool example. Don't do it, because that's another thing. You have to be so clear with, could you imagine if every guy I'm talking to, I'm like, oh, well, you know, my friend Sydney.
Well, no, it's not that.
Friend,
it's sometimes.
oh, really? What do you do? Because I'm just saying, my friend Sydney. And Sydney's so funny. Could you imagine?
Yeah, right.
It's like, no. The guy's gonna be like, who the fuck is it?
Yeah.
No, don't nobody want to hear nothing about your. Oh, you're attractive, smart. Your friend's so great. Well, why ain't you with your friend?
Listen, you ready? Somebody said that. Somebody said, it almost offended me, right? Because Z. I'm going to say this looking this way because I know your face. Right?
But that ain't your close-up no more. So.
Damn. Keep this.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Don't cut this part.
Go ahead.
Damn. I was going to say. Okay, boom. It's offensive because of this. Ready? I'm confident, dude, right? Regardless of how the world may see me, whatever. I'm just pretty confident naturally, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty confident in dating, as in flirting as well. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
So when people like say, like, that's your friend, like, well, I'm almost like in an arrogance of like, if I wanted to pursue that, and I've said this to people, if I wanted to pursue Z, Ebony, any of my friends, why would I wait till I met you to do that?
Oh, that's a good line.
But it's honest. It's almost like you think I can't control my temptation that much around my friends.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It really ain't got nothing to do with you, to be honest with you. We've seen movies like Brown Sugar. We done seen all the movies with My Best Friend's Wedding. We done seen all the romantic comedies where the best friend just be back there being beautiful and cool.
How's she doing? How's she doing?
What I'm saying? Back there, you know what I'm saying? Killing it at karaoke and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then it's not that you decide to pursue your really good lady friend. It's just that they don't know when it's gonna hit you. The girl has been there. And of course, I'm being really candid right now. I'm not at all trying to be like,
I get it.
Choose me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, it's like they think that well maybe at some point it's gonna show up, this revelation he's gonna have, and is it gonna be at the expense of my feelings and my love for him? That's the concern.
But I think I can understand that only because, like, look, I'm so authentically expressing to you the value of the friendship, and you can meet. Right, now,
but they also have been around a bunch of men who like. This is what Sydney. I say, hold on, one second. I say this because we're gonna have to wrap this up, but I need this to be on record. I say this all the time. I am that friend. I'm the homegirl. I ain't never gonna fuck your man. I am me, but. We all know them people that be like, that's my friend, and they fucking they friend. And I know that. So that's why, as much as I say, like, it will never be me, I know that scenario exists so commonly and, like, so unfortunately that it's like, why should I take your word for it when the other three so-called friends did the thing you're saying you would never, you know what I'm saying? I can't expect people who don't really know me to invest in my character. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I just have to know what I am going to do. But what I know is it does not help. I don't care. I don't want, whatever man I'm with, I don't want to hear about his great best friend.
Well,
I'm confident. I'm all of that. Yeah, that's fine. She's great.
Yeah, but y'all should meet.
Yeah, I'll meet her.
But you'll meet her.
But don't say too much about her before. I'll meet her.
And here's what women don't.
And I'll like her probably, but like it all depends on how you like. You gonna have to just chill.
You know what it is, Z? And we'll wrap this up. This is what it is too. And I wish women would just be honest. Z, you're attractive, but I don't look at you like that's my attractive friend Z. Mm-hmm. I look at you like that's my nigga Z.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And so when people are like, let's say up front, like they could be a little put by it.
Yeah.
My mind isn't like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And so I remember like, what do you? Then it hit me. I said, you looked up Z's Instagram? Huh? No. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You think Z's attractive.
Yeah.
And that's
Let me tell you, I had a boyfriend that cheated on me with his ugly friend. So
and look, I get it.
You can't put it past.
I get the examples, but I want you to just people to realize they do their research, decide she's attractive, they make a decision. Cool. I'll come in like friendship.
Yeah.
Then y'all should meet so you can see that like this nigga.
Yeah.
Z, you could walk in here and I ain't trying to be funny. Something can mishap with you.
Yeah.
Z, I'm not like it's not. I'm being honest though. I'm not like a. Waiting
that's good
on my
to know.
time to like nigga,
yeah, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Okay, let's wrap this up. I will say this. Z, thank you, dog. Like I'm doing this podcast a while now. We took a break. I'm so happy that you're the first guest of this season. But I'm happy that you did the show. Thank you for your time. I love you, dog.
I love you too.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
Shut up.
What?
I love you, man. Thank you for doing the podcast. So, listen. June 5th is very important in DC. Zainab is shooting her
June
special.
6th.
June 6th, I apologize today.
Saturday, June 6th.
Saturday, June 6th. I'm going to let her do it. June 6th in DC. Where can they get tickets if it's not sold out already? And just congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's my second comedy special. I will be taping it at the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C., Saturday, June 6th. The tickets are selling, but there's 2 shows, I believe 6 p.m. and maybe 9:30 p.m. or something like that. I don't know. But they can go to my website, which is just my name, ZainabJohnson.com, ZAINAB Johnson.com. You can find that by way of my social media. You can go on Live Nation. You can go on Ticketmaster. Well,
you have
6th.
a podcast as well. How do you...
I do a show on YouTube every week. It drops every Wednesday. It's called I'm Reasonable. And new episodes are every Wednesday on YouTube. Yeah, thank you, Sydney, for reminding me.
I love you.
I love you too.
And, we have more things to talk about next time you come on. But,
yeah, have me back.
I would love to have you back.
Yeah, have me back.
I'd love you have as regular.
Because we just scratched the surface.
Listen, Z thinks some things that we'll talk about later. I love y'all. Have a good night.
Soon as I thought the drama passed, almost lost my damn mind watching my mama pass. That shit rocked me. God took my pops, mom, and brother, but I guess you done forgot me. Are you there? It's me, Sydney, and I need you. Grieving and performing.